Hello, welcome everyone to the Women 2.0 Global Panel. My name is Iris Hernandez from Mexico. I'll be the moderator of this panel. I'll guide the questions and share the mic with our amazing guests. And without further ado, let's start with our guests introducing themselves. Sonali?
Hi, I'm Sonali Kochar. I'm based out of India. I'm VP of Delivery and I manage delivery and offshore operation for Digital Experience Group. So nice to meet all of you.
Elsa, what about you?
Hello, nice to meet you all. My name is Elsa from Mexico. I am a developer and I'm very glad to be here with you.
Thank you, Elsa. Katherine makes us the honors.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. Well, my name is Katherine Harkin. I'm from Costa Rica. I'm a computer science engineer. I have been working in the quality insurance area for Encora for more than 6 years. And the last 2 years, I'm playing the role as a QA manager.
Thank you, Katherine. Flavia?
Hello, everyone. I'm Flavia Negrão. I am from Brazil. And I've been with Dighton Encora for 9 years now. I started as a UX designer, and now I'm managing the experience design studio for Dighton Encora.
Thank you. Bea?
Hi, it's a pleasure to be here. I am Bea Grajales from Mexico, and I am Audience Development Manager at Dojo Live, an educational platform where we talk with technology luminaries as CEOs, CTOs, and we talk about all the new technology trends.
Amazing. Thank you so much for introducing yourselves. And well, let's start with the panel. And the first question we have is, what do diversity and equality mean to you? And why are they important to implement in a workspace? Flavia, let's start with you.
Okay. So like for me, diversity means that being around as many people as possible. So, and when I say different people, I mean like in race, in gender, in nationality, age. So being around different people, I think brings us.
Flavia.
Yes.
Sorry, the video, your video is paused. We can
Is
see
it?
you moving. Yeah. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's your.
Let's stop and start again.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Maybe if you join the panel again.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you, but we can see your movement. Maybe if you join the link again.
Okay, let me stop and rejoin.
Okay, I'm going to start with a question. Let's go. Okay, thank you so much. Let's start with the panel. The first question we have is, what do diversity and equality mean to you, and why are they important to implement in a workspace? So Nali, let's start with you.
Thanks, Iris. So diversity and equity to me means people from different cultures, different socioeconomic backgrounds, education, different race, color are part of the workforce, and they all have equal opportunities to contribute and grow. And this is very important, because when employees have different perspectives or they have different experiences, they have different approaches to the same problem. So the same problem is handled, or the approach to it is so different that it leads to creativity and innovation, which means better solution for our clients. Second reason why diversity is important is when employees feel included, when they feel that their voice is being heard and respected, they feel a sense of belonging. It's a secure, trusted environment. And when employees are more connected at work, they tend to be more engaged, they tend to work harder and smarter. And such employees then go extra mile for the organization. And lastly, diversity will widen our talent pool. So we get to hire the best, increases our chance to hire the best fit. So there was a recent poll by CNPC Workplace that said that 80% of employees or workers want to work for a company that has diversity. So it's a win-win situation, right? We have a wider talent pool and we also attract more employees if we practice diversity and equity. Back to you, Iris.
Okay, we can continue with Elsa.
Hi, good morning. Sorry, what was the question?
What do diversity and equality means to you, and why are they important to implement in a workspace?
Okay. To me, diversity is about fairness, and it's also a strategic point for the same reason Sonali mentioned, that it attracts people when people can know that they are going to be well treated in a team or in an organization. It also gives a widest set of skills or views uh, to uh, to work for a purpose that can be met better for all the people, taking more backgrounds into account.
Okay. Thank you, Elsa. Catherine, what's your point of view?
Thank you. Well, diversity refers to all the many ways that people differ. So equity is about creating fair access, opportunity for all those different people. It's about creating like a fair playing field. Of course, issues of access, opportunity, and advancements extend for far beyond so how we can get ourselves to work. And women, for example, we are historically underrepresented as a various minority throughout the United States and the rest of the world. So it's a problem that persists even today. So I think, and this is something that companies can do, like successful equality initiatives, they must build like a fairness and equal treatment into the very fabric of an organization. So this requires like a design for creating and maintaining and protecting equity organization, like a framework that supports equity, talent screening, hiring, workplace standards, and so on.
Yeah, that's very important. Thank you. Flavia, let's hear your take on this.
Yeah, so as everybody said, like I think diversity is having as many as different people around us in the work environment. And I think all the background and all the experience they bring will make our interactions better. So we can have more ideas, we can have more creativity, as Sonali said. So we all win having more people in the workforce.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. Thank you. Bea?
Well, I am agree with you guys, and we know that diversity is the representation of all identities and differences, including but not limited like race, ethnicity, age, religion, sexual orientation. I think that diversity is what makes our culture as a company rich and let us know of different ways of seeing life, of seeing solutions, situations. And on the other hand, equity ensures fair treatment, equality of opportunities, impartiality in access to information, and opportunities that are necessary for people to succeed, while at the same time seeking to identify that barriers that have prevented full participation of certain groups as women. I think that implementing diversity and equality it's fundamental. It's a fundamental part of an organization, and being diverse and practice the equality um, allows us to work in a world of inclusion. And inclusion builds culture of belonging in which each individual feel welcome, respected, supported, valued, and able to fully participate. I think a culture where diversity of thoughts, ideas, perspectives, and values are celebrated to cultivate innovation and achieve organizational success.
Thank you, Bea. Well, you all talk about very important topics such as secure and trusted environment, strategic point of views, representation, creativity, representation of identities, how to make our culture richer, and how to provide a secure environment and trusting environment to people to feel they belong. So the next question I would like to ask you, team, is what do you think companies will benefit from having more women on the top? So Flavia, let's start with you.
Yeah, I think again, like, because we can bring different point of views to the company. So as women, we can bring our experience and how we dealt with our experiences. And I know it's common here in Brazil that women deal with more things than men normally. So we work, we take care of a house, of children. So we know how to be creative to be able to deal with all of these. So I think we can bring that to the environment, we can bring that to the company, and in that way the company can benefit with our performance and our creativity.
Totally. Sonali?
Thanks, Iris. So I agree with Flavia. We women now bring different perspectives, views to the table. We also bring sensitivity, emotional intelligence, and empathy to the environment, right? So we create a well-rounded environment which is more empathic to all our employees. So that's one benefit. Second is women in senior positions, especially leadership position, also means less gender discrimination during hiring. So companies which have more women will attract and retain more female employees. And we have seen that workspace gender diversity increases performance, creativity, innovation, it boosts collaboration. So plenty of reasons for everyone to hire more women. Thanks. Back to you, Iris.
Thank you. Elsa, what is your take on this?
Sure. The obvious point would be a larger pool of potential employees, right? But including women is not just a favor that companies do to women, but they are also learning to get value from that diversity. As Sonali mentioned also, they provide different kinds of communication, relational styles that also men or other, if it's a race diversity, other races can, or other backgrounds, can learn from that. And also women can cultivate themselves within the workplace. It's a two-way benefit where people can be more like developed on a more diverse context to be their better selves. And the main value they provide to a group is the diversity of skills or of styles of functioning that also can bring resilience to that to the work they are doing. Back to you.
Perfect. Thank you, Elsa. Catherine, what do you add to what Elsa shared?
Thank you. Well, women in business, we know the effect that we bring to the workplace. As studies have shown, the benefits companies can realize by increasing women in the workplace. So, a diverse workforce is an innovative workforce. So, diversity from gender, diversity from culture, age, and race has been shown to foster creativity and innovation. So, men and women will inevitably have different experience and backgrounds which shape their approach to business. So challenging each other and collaborating with people who think differently can actually breed creativity and promote the innovative ideas that push organization forward. So women excel the soft skills needed for business leadership. While technical skills and knowledge are fundamental to career success, CEOs consistently see soft skills as the most desirable professional attributes. Also, characteristics like effective communication, empathy, self-awareness, and difficult to are really difficult to measure. They're highly value and can make a real difference to the bottom line. So I think we need to create a connection between a strength of character and business performance. And this is, what companies can benefit actually for having more women at the top, for having more diversity from all the point of views here. So thank you, Iris, and get back to you.
Thanks. Strength of character and performance. It's a great take. What do you think, Flavia?
Again?
I'm sorry, Bea.
Sorry.
Yeah, I think that everything that Catherine, Flavia, and Elsa said is truth. I think that one of the benefits that can have the companies is we have this emotional intelligence, passion, and helpful nature help to create a healthy workspace, relationship, and well-rounded workforce. Sorry, and I want to read you something. Fortune magazine says women make up just about 25% of technology workers, and the quit rate for women in high tech jobs it's 41% or more than twice that of men. And when I read this, I realized that we're talking a big gender gap. We know that for a long time, many people thought women were not capable of working in tech work, and this is fake. It's not true. And I think that we should provide girls concrete opportunities to discover the natural wonder around technology. And I think that recruiting women it's only half of the battle. And as I think Somali said, retaining women requires an effort in inclusion, and inclusion is much more than diversity, which merely refers to the breadth representation in your workforce. Inclusion is embedded in company culture, where every employee should be feel valued, respected, and able to contribute as a person that is working in a company. So I think that we can bring more opportunities, new perspectives of seeing life, of seeing culture, of seeing another ways, of find another ways to make negotiations, find another clients also. And I think that we have another perspective that men has. I don't telling that men that is has a different wrong perspective about us, but I think that we can add the perspective we have and make great things together.
Thank you, Bea. You've bring some very interesting points. You've talked about how women experiences impact the decision making, how emotional intelligence play a very important role. How can we talk about less discrimination, gender discrimination during hiring processes? We have larger pool of potential employees. How the strength and character can improve the performance, the gender gap. How can we use all of that, and what advice would you give to the next generation of female leaders to uh, take a piece of those topics? Can we start with you, Ben?
Of course, Iris. And I think that the advice that I want to give you is don't be afraid and believe in yourself. And if you have a dream, if you want to be an engineer, or if you want to be a dancer, a musician, whatever you want, and I think that you have to be the best. I think when you do the things with love and of course with passion, we can achieve great things. Above all, and I think that we need to help other people to achieve their dreams, and we need to be more women supporting women, and we need to be that woman looking for tools to break down that barriers that we have right now. And we have a long history, and we are fighting for our for these opportunities. And if we have a position and we can help to another person's, why not? We can make the difference with that. Maybe there's a girl that needs to hear that you can You can have all that you want. If you want to be this, go for it, fight for it, and get it.
Thank you, Bea. Catherine.
Thank you, Iris. Well, I think from my perspective, I'm a professional, I'm a woman, and I'm a mom. So it's been sometimes difficult while you are studying, trying to build a career, trying to work, trying to, accomplish all of goals, try to practice some sports. The world is really difficult. We are like constantly have all of these things that tell us how to be, that we need to be super pretty, we need to be thin, we need to fill up everybody else standards. So I think the most important thing is get truly to yourself, focus on cultivating your strengths and to build like a solid career that is satisfies you. So if you're happily working, then you will be better and you will be more inspiring to others leaders. So I think another thing is to be on service to others. From my experience, I've been leading a social program in our company, and we help like women on risk, and we teach them what we are doing right now so they are able to get a job in this career in technology fields. So that's something that when you volunteer your time and you connect with other ideas and resources and people, try to participate in your community, and there's great ways to demonstrate leaderships all the time. So you need to take advantage of your privileged position and to give something in return to society. Take risks, be a little risky, take a leap, give it a try, speak up, don't be scared, don't be shy, and be kind. Always be kind. This world needs more kindness, more empathy in the daily basics. Find mentors. I think a really important thing in this life is to a mentor can be support through a job search, a career transition, a promotion, a new project, personal issues, or just have enough conversation for advice. So we need to be grateful for their time and remember to help them when you can return it. Another important things for me that always help me is don't compare yourself to others. If you catch yourself in the act of comparison, you know how this world is right now with social media and everything. So try to exercise where you list all the things going well in your leadership role or in your life. So remind yourself how far you have come to sustain you through the long rope on the top and your journey. So be proud of yourself, be proud of your experience and what you're doing right now. Um, Always I think is great to demonstrate strength with grace and kindness. Communication with mindfulness, give credit to others, be tough but fair, have integrity. I think morals and ethics is something that we need to practice daily basics. We need to be uh, guide our life with integrity, and we need to listen with intent, to understand and be honest. Offer support, not criticism. When we see another woman succeeding, cheer her on. Be happy for her, but actually be happy for her. She's paving the way for you and future women to come, as we're doing right now in this panel, like having this space to talk about our experience and what we think. So we need to offer her a hand, an applause, and be generous. um, I think this is the most important thing. We need to take care of ourselves. This, I think, is one of the things that take me a lot of time. We need to be aware of our mental health, take breaks, to exercise, to take a walk, to spend time with our family. Family is the most important thing. I think when you are having any issue or whatever is happening in your life, you can always reach out to your family. So spend time with them and value and treasure your family and friends. We need to build community. That's really important, and eat well in an effort, to have a sustainability health lifestyle. uh, the world have a whole host of heart and is complicated and need a lot of solution. We rise and fall together, so we need to be more creative, more solution oriented, problem solvers, leaders who can hold a vision for others to follow. So I think this is my advice for the next generation of female and the current ones. So thanks, and back to you, Iris.
Mhm. Catherine, you should have a podcast, and I will be all here for that.
Thank you.
Totally. Those are some amazing takes. For example, don't compare yourself to others. That's something that I keep hearing all over again. And yeah, totally. There is not a book or someone that teaches that it's important to believe in yourself. That mistakes are a good thing because those have lessons, right?
Exactly. You need to prize yourself every day. Just wake up, see yourself in the mirror, and say something kind and nice to you every morning, because you are raising every day. You are able to walk, to talk, to work. And sometimes we're really harsh to ourselves. We need to be more kind, more positive. It's not like an extreme positivism, but just be kind every day with yourself and love yourself a lot. It's hard because we struggle with a lot of things, but little by little, a little effort every day to say something kind to yourself can change your mindset and how you deal with the day.
As they say, love yourself as your best friend, right? Yeah, okay. Thank you, Catherine. Elsa, what is your take on this? What's the advice would you give to the next generation of female leaders?
Yeah, people can become something that they see, but also motivates them and inspires them. So you can encourage people to become something by motivating them, by showing them something worth achieving. And that's why confidence is so important, because the notion that this inclusion movement is some kind of favor is not motivating. You need to have that introspection to see the value that you are providing and give yourself the space and recognizing that you deserve and you can utilize that space for the benefit of both yourself and your colleagues. Um, so my advice would be to have that introspection about what you do, and when you see another woman in your workplace, probably it's not a workplace that has yet found a good balance, and it's a shame when women are put against each other and start comparing themselves. And so my other advice, sorry, would be to take advantage of the knowledge you have about what it means to be a woman in a workplace to approach other women. You should be approachable to everyone, but you have certain advantage to approach people who are like you, who share the same experience. And you also should be approachable, not competitive in that group. Back to you.
Thank you, Elsa. What an important advice. Others are going to dub you. So don't do that to yourself. Recognize yourself and value the things you are giving. That's amazing. Thank you, Elsa. So Nali, what about your thoughts?
Thanks, Alice. Speaking from experiences, life is completely unpredictable. It has ups and downs. I have lived I have relocated several times. I've lived in 3 countries, and as a result of which, I have gaps in my career. But I've always been persistent, irrespective of the circumstances or time it takes. I've always continued to work towards my goals. So my first advice would be to not to give up and be persistent. So whether it's your workplace or home, keep your head down, focus, and work towards your objective. Second piece would be I agree with Catherine and Pia about women supporting women, and I wanted to share one of my favorite quotes. If I've seen further, it's because it's by standing on the shoulder of giants. So all of us are here together because of the sacrifices and struggles of women who came before us. So my second piece of advice would be to keep creating opportunities for women who come after us, to keep supporting and empowering women. Last piece of advice is do not compare yourself. All of us are very unique. We bring different strengths to the table. We someone gets emotional intelligence, some gets creativity. So all of us are unique, and it is this beauty that makes the workplace strong and makes our culture, our country stronger. So don't compare, focus on your strength and build on your strength. Back to you, Iris.
Thank you, Sonali, and thank you for participating and being part of this panel. We know you have to go now. It was inspiring hearing what you had to share with us. We hope you have an amazing day. So we
Thank you,
continue with the
Iris.
panel.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks. Bye.
Bye. So we close this section with Flavia. Flavia, please.
What to say after all of these? I think my advice would be like, be confident, be persistent, and also like invest in yourself. So that's something like my mom always said, is that whatever you learn will differentiate you from others. So try to learn a language. Like, for example, for me, English, I think English is very important for us in this globalized world. So how many opportunities we can have by learning a language, right? And after you learn one language, learn another one. So never stop learning. I think this is something very important also for us. Also invest in soft skills. So invest in communication skills, in negotiation skills, for instance. Following what Katherine said as well, like get involved with community, do volunteer work, right? Give back to your community. We can change the environment around us. So I think this is very important. So things that she's doing, like with girls, empowering them, teaching them technology. So we can do technology. We can do anything, actually, right? So my advice is that we can do anything we put ourselves into. We are capable. So don't be afraid of trying to be someone, to do something. That would be my advice for now.
Thank you, Flavia. Thank you so much. This is amazing, team. Those words you've been sharing with us today, sometimes we read them in a book, we read them in some, I don't know, in some walls or in paper, but we don't hear them from another woman that is making the difference, that is writing their paths. So this is amazing that you that are making your own paths, are sharing this with others that are going to look up to you and are going to see that it is possible to do whatever they want, whatever they desire. And I want to connect this with the last question. What do you think helped you the most to make a career as a woman? What's the biggest factor that helped you be successful? So, Katherine, I would like to hear you.
Thank you, Iris. I think from my experience, I grew up in a family with a very strong woman. My mom, I say they always, she's like a machine, you know. She has 6 kids. I was the younger one. We have a sister with disabilities, and all of the strength that that woman show us through his life is amazing. All the things that she's still keep doing is my inspiration. And how my sisters, how we protect ourselves as a family, as a community, how we always, you know, get our backs, are always supporting each other. It doesn't matter what happened. My family is always there for me. I can count with them. So that's the most important thing for me. Is this is how make me be the person who I am right now. Is also I used to struggle a lot with being a woman, being a professional, being a mom. It's like I have 3 titles, and I was like, how can I do all of these 3 things because they're different things? So I stopped having, you know, these lines between this structure that society dictate us, and just I said I will do my best. I don't want any, you know, structures, or I need to follow rules regarding how I need to build my career. All of these things in society to tell us how to be a mom, how to be a perfect mom. There is no such a thing as a perfect mom. We do our best. We try our best to educate our kids. We are not perfect. This is this is something that we, when you have our mom, you don't know what is going to happen. It's difficult, it's hard, it's, you cry sometimes. But that's what I always say, we need a support group, we need to build community, we need to reach out to our friends, grow, you know, always be aware of your friends, take care of them, because that's that's amazing. I think I have a few friends that I can actually count with them if I have any problems, but that's is value. That's goal for me. Have a few people that I can actually reach out for if I have something. um I don't know if so many people can say that, but I'm appreciate my circle, my family, my community, because they allow me to be who I am. I'm not perfect. I embrace my flawless, and I think that one of the most important things that I don't compare myself anymore, because that's difficult. That leads you to depression, to feel yourself insecure, and we deal with so many things in this world. Sometimes I feel sad, sometimes I cry, but I embrace myself. And I think from my position, from my leadership positions, all the things that I'm accomplished, Encora open me spaces where I can develop myself. I can be myself. I can develop my ideas, my project. They trust me, so I can be me. I'm not in a box. I'm not, I'm not structured to something. I can be creative. I can have mistakes. I'm not afraid of making mistakes, because that will help me to understand what I'm doing, where we are going, and to be better, and to, lead my teams, lead the people that is under me, that I need to help them to grow. And if I don't make mistakes, if I don't learn from my mistakes, how I'm going to lead other people, how I'm going to share my knowledge, my experience. So I think that that's it. When we're looking for a job, look for the company culture, look for their gender programs, for their social programs, for everything, what they are doing daily basics. I think that's more important than money. You need to look out, because this is where you're going to spend more of your time in this company.
Mhm.
So try to work in an environment to allow you to be yourself, to actually give you opportunity to grow and to develop your ideas. And that's what I'm so grateful to be in Encora, because I can run my programs, I can participate, I can be in these spaces, and I'm not in the clock, I have this time, these spaces to talk about my experience and to share with other amazing women like you are right now. So that's the most important thing, looking for spaces when you can be yourself. Nobody's criticizing you, nobody's, trying to diminish yourself. You can embrace yourself and be better, and actually, get to more people. I think that's what is making me be in this position. My journey, my experience, my mistakes, everything is a whole bunch of things, but everything, we need to be proud of our journey, of everything. That's it, and thank you, Iris.
Thank you, Catherine. You are so inspiring. Bea, I would like to hear your take on this.
Well, in my experience, something that has helped me grow is believing in myself. Remove that barriers that we built in our mind and think positive, and broke that structures that society give us. Also, I think that every day it's a good opportunity to move a little forward towards the goals you want. And one thing that has helped me, as Catherine said, is having mental health and taking care about it. And sometimes I know it's very difficult, because we usually have many roles, such as a mother, as a daughter, as a worker, as a home take care caregiver. But it's important not to forget that we are still people, and we need our space and taking care of our emotions, and this is very essential. Also, I think that be close of people, because every single human in the world could teach you something you didn't realize. And of course, like Catherine said, to be in a company where you feel safe, comfortable, and where you see the opportunities to grow. In my case at Encora, I knew many strong women that inspires me to be a better person, not just a better professional. And I want to be part of that community that helps another woman and create and participate initiatives that helps to grow our community. So this is very important, because right now we are five with Somali. We are six women talking right now in this video, but in our back there are many women that has their own voice, and we are right now the voice of that woman. And I know that woman needs and wants the same opportunities in every single work, in every single company. And I think that we need, and one thing that helps me too is I want to be part of that change that we need right now in this world. We need to make that change. And this has inspired me to be, not, like I said, not just like a better professional, and also I want to be a better person for this world. We need to make that difference.
Thank you, Bea. Thank you so much. Flavia.
I think getting the what they said. So I think the most example I think about is my mom. I think just as Catherine said, my mom, I think she always worked and she always wanted to have a career. She was very independent and invested in her career before getting married. So it was something that in Brazil, like, okay, first you finish school, you get married. My mom wanted to get a career first and then get married. So I always saw that, always saw her going to work. So she's a mother of three, a wife, a teacher, then a professor, then she went to law school. She writes, she does research. So she does a lot of things. So it kind of inspired me that I could do things. I even went to therapy because sometimes I compare myself too much with my mom, and she can do too much. She has like infinite battery, right? And she's only 81 and she's still working. She's active. She works from home. She has her computer. So that inspired me to be like, I could not see like a barrier for being a woman because she was there breaking the ground for me. So as we said, like there was someone coming before me, and that she was teaching me that I could do it. So I think so she was what helped me be who I am. She always said, as I told you before, like to start studying and learn. So as a little girl, I started studying English. Then I went for an exchange program. So I think English also opened doors to me because I've always been working with international companies. And then you can, like, we have difficulty today, like to hire girls or to hire even anyone, right, for our staff, because we need to invest. So in nowadays, we need to speak English because it will open doors for us. So I think this is one thing that helped me be successful. And I think also believing in myself, because I always believe I could do things. And I always did them. I didn't really think about it. When I put myself into do something, I go there and I do it. So I think confidence is very important. So my advice is be always confident because we can do it. Back to you.
Amazing. Thank you, Flavia. Elsa, what about you?
Yes, overcoming the fear of regret is something very difficult, because as a woman you can't escape the notion that there's something very different set up for you other than independence. For every choice you can make, you have to sacrifice something, but that's unavoidable. It doesn't matter what you choose to do, you are going to feel uncomfortable at some point. But no matter what path you choose to take, you will get somewhere in the future, and you will have something to look back from and see that you have come a long way. Also, being comfortable with not being understood is very difficult. Only you know your struggle, and you have to keep a balance in mind. You need to take your time to get yourself comfortable, and then some time to strive for something. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon, right? And if you try to put up with what others expect of you, you won't be able to explore your own possibilities, and so sometimes that's going to clash with their character or other people's perception of you, and you need to learn to be comfortable with that. And I would say that my biggest struggle was to feel that I'm doing something forbidden by looking out for myself, and acknowledging that other people's expectations of me come from their own comfort. Putting that before me would make me invisible. And I had to learn that I also have a right and an obligation to look out for me, because no one else is going to do that.
Amazing, Elsa. Thank you. Thank you so much for all your answers. That's the question we had for today. And the things you said and all the conclusions we have, I think, and you share with our audience, resume in that looking for ourselves is not a crime. And we need to overcome our fears. We need to look for those that inspire us, and believing in ourselves. It's the main thing that is going to help us give the first step and have the confidence that we are going to regret some things, but it's okay to be uncomfortable with the change. And if someone out there is looking right now and it's looking for someone to help on her path, I'm pretty sure someone in this panel, it's more than glad to help you. So reach us and we can help you build your own path, so you be confident with your change, be confident with the person you want to become. And yeah, that's what's about to be a woman in the tech industry and in any industry, and what's about women supporting women. So we are here for you. And thank you to our extraordinary panelists. It's a pleasure to be here and to hear all your stories, to share this space with you. And the best part is that you are here, you are part of this community, and you are at one message of distance. You make me proud of being part of this community. I hope to our viewers you enjoy this event, the Women 2.0 Global Panel, and see you on the next one. Reach us to keep the conversation going. And goodbye. Adios.